wonderful. But if you tend to be a negative person that's fearful all the time and you don't love yourself, you don't love nobody else, and you're mad at everybody, well, the last thing you want to hear is your thoughts create your reality. Okay, so that's why the average person does not like new thought. Because to like new thought, you have to kind of really love yourself and believe you deserve happiness and really believe you deserve to have a relationship. Then you would like the idea, like if I really love myself and I thought I was a really cool guy and you told me my thoughts were going to draw my relationships and situations to me, I would be happy to hear that because, wow, I think loving thoughts. But if I'm putting myself down all day, I'm mad at everybody all day, I think life sucks, and I had a lousy childhood, I hate my parents, then you tell me that my thoughts are creative and I'm going to draw to me my thoughts, that scares the crap out of me. The last thing I want to do is experience my thoughts if all my thoughts are negative and fearful. That's another reason why the general public does not like the idea of thought having anything to do with their experience. People want to believe they can think crappy thoughts and never experience them. Because my thoughts have no effect on my physical reality. So I can think unloving thoughts all day long, but it's not really having any effect. Yes, it is. It's why you feel the way you do. Okay, so you having that thought to evoke a feeling. That's why you're having that thought, because you want to evoke a feeling. Whatever thoughts you have is because you want to give yourself the feelings that that thought gives you. Whatever thoughts I have, I just thinking it because I really want to experience what that thought gives me. So what I need to do is feel the feeling that I'm thinking the thought to feel. Feel the feeling that you're thinking the thought to feel. Like if you're thinking thoughts, whatever those thoughts are, the feelings that you're having, that's why you're thinking those thoughts. So you can have that feeling. Go ahead and feel it. Don't fight feeling it. Feel it, let it pass through you. Don't repress it, don't judge it, don't call it bad, negative, I shouldn't think of it. Then you're gonna stuff it, and then you're gonna create another thought to give you that feeling again so you can deal with it. So you just keep feeling the same feeling over and over again until you feel it. Isn't that funny? You keep feeling the same feeling over and over again until you feel it.
Right.
Oh, I like
That's really
that.
kind of cool,
Right.
you know?
Yeah, it's like if I have the feeling of jealousy, then and I try to squash it and pretend I don't feel it, or I judge it, or I see it as being bad,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna stuff it, and then I'll have another jealous thought
Right,
about
right.
something else, so I can feel that feeling again.
True.
So but if I would take a minute and go, I feel jealous. This is how I feel in this moment. It's not bad, it's not good, it's just how I'm labeling it, and that's how I feel. Then there is no judgment on the thought or feeling, and the feeling just changes to a more peaceful feeling, and the feeling leaves. But if you judge it and go, oh, this is a horrible feeling, I shouldn't think this feeling, let me repress that feeling, a new thought, spiritual being wouldn't have this feeling, then you stuff it, and then you have another thought to bring that feeling back up again so you can deal with it and experience it. So you find yourself having a lot of thoughts that make you feel jealous because you're in denial about it and you're judging it and you won't let yourself feel it. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The thought is evoking a feeling. And the reason why I keep saying this over and over again is because as you wake up to your true spiritual identity, you're going to become more and more aware of all your thoughts and feelings. And so if you're in the habit of judging them all the time, you're going to be unhappy all the time. Because you're going to feel more than you've ever felt before. And a lot of things you've been hiding from yourself because you've been afraid to look at them, those things are going to come up now to finally be released so they can no longer limit you. And so if you're still in the mindset of you have to judge every thought you have, and unless you feel good every second, then it means something is wrong with you. Then when you have all these feelings come up, you're going to be repressing them and being more depressed than ever. But what's really happening is that you're no longer afraid to feel your feelings. So the feelings you've been hiding come up so you can look at them with the eyes of love. Look at them with spirit. Look at them with Holy Spirit, as these books would say. You're going to look at it now with your right mind that knows that feeling is okay. It's just a call for love. Feel it, let it go. 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 Okay, here's the guilt I've been hiding about something I did when I was 12 years old. Whoop, it's coming up because now I'm on a level of consciousness that I'm ready to dissipate that feeling and accept that it's okay. If I don't understand that, when that feeling come up, I'm gonna think, my God, I'm feeling guiltier than ever. No, that feeling is now coming up to be released permanently from your life so it can be looked at through the eyes of the truth you are now studying about yourself, which is that you're innocent.
That's good. I can go now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've heard all I need to hear.
But you really have, though. That's the absolute truth. If a person just worked with that idea, their life would change.
Yeah, true.
Just if they
Well,
just
it
worked
just
with what I
helps
just
me
said.
understand where I've been for the past frickin' 30 days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought I was temporarily insane.
Well, now you find out it's pretty much constant. I'm constantly insane. As long as I think I'm separate from Him, as long as I think I'm a victim, as long as I've lost sight of my identity as a child of God, as long as I think what happens to me is determined by the economy, my sex, my race, my gender, how I was brought up, that's insanity. So that's what I mean when I say constantly insane. We're constantly acting from the belief system that we're separate from each other and separate from God and separate from all that is. And from a spiritual perspective, that is insanity. That is insane. And being insane is not the same as being sinful, guilty, and bad.
Right.
You know, it's amazing. I said it again. It's not practicing insanity is not the same as saying something bad about you. Saying that I'm glad to know that this world is not based on anything that's sane. I would hate to think that this was the result of sane thinking. Yeah, a place that you have happiness every now and then, that you think something can happen to you or somebody that you love, broken into by periods where you go to the park, or go hike, you know what I'm saying? But if you're hiking, but you're looking out for the mountain line, you know?
Wow.
Right. You know, so what the truth is saying to us is there is a reality created by love that you don't have to die to get to that is safe. That is safe. But what? I have to have a different experience of the new in order to believe what I just had. In order for you to believe what I just said, you need an experience.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So these books are leading us to a new experience. Yes.
So, okay, then, Earl, I still feel guilty a lot of the times. So is it just possible that the reason why I still keep feeling guilty is that when that feeling arises, instead of me saying, oh, I'm feeling guilty and not judging it, and then they come up and pass, I'm like, oh, I'm feeling guilty, I'm feeling bad now, and then I create this whole story around it.
Right.
And then
that's exactly what happens. First, and to add what you said, according to what we're studying, first you decide to feel guilty, then you have the thoughts and the acts that give you the feeling that you want to have. So the decision comes before the feeling, and the decision to have the thought. Because you got to realize, think about it. Don't you know that we grew up in a society that teaches us that if you are a good person, you feel guilty?
Right.
And let's face it. I mean, that's what we learned. That if you're a good person, and so those of us who want to be really good, then we love to feel really guilty, because that makes us really good. Because a sociopath is someone who doesn't feel guilty.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But just because you make an error doesn't mean that the only thing that feeling guilty does is it guarantees you're going to do it again.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Think about how many things you feel guilty about you've done over and over.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
It's the gift that keeps on giving. Right. It's like if you want to make sure you do something over and over again, you feel guilty. And if you think feeling guilty makes you a better person and you're always doing stuff that you think you shouldn't be doing, then you're going to feel guilty and ask for attack and punishment on yourself over and over and over and over and over again. So I'm saying heresy. I'm saying you may make errors in perception, but you are not guilty. There's no way you can violate the laws of God. You're not that powerful. It's like you make a decision that you're going to go out here and violate the laws of gravity at the level of consciousness that you're on. I don't care what you did today. If you jump off this building, you're not going to fall up. Right?
Right.
You can stand on top of the building and you can think about how you helped the orphans today, or you can stand on top of the building and think about how you ran over 2 or 3 people and nobody knows about it. And then both of us jumped off the building, we all go splat. Okay? So your good intentions doesn't have anything to do with what happens to you. Your good intentions have nothing to do with what happens to you. What determines what happens to you is what you believe and what you feel about yourself and what your subconscious ideas of who you are is. We see good people, they seem like they go through crap all the time. So being good by our own experience knows that doesn't guarantee that you're not going to go through anything that causes you pain. It's recognizing who we are as unlimited beings. That's what takes us beyond the reality that we go through pain. Okay, so then the next thing it says here, then the thought that you want is, I am entitled to miracles. 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 I am because of who I am. I'm entitled to miracles because I'm a child of the infinite creator. I'm a child of God. I'm a child of love. I am entitled to miracles.